Thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. Betsy Woolner, Director of Alumni Engagement at the Cummings School of Medicine at the University of Calgary. The university is situated on the traditional lands of the people of the Treaty 7 region of southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, Piguni, and Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. As a proud graduate of the Cummings School of Medicine, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to the winners of the 2020 Cummings School of Medicine Alumni of Distinction Awards. Our winners for 2020 include Dr. Suzette Cook, an award-winning educator in pediatrics, Dr. Gerald Zamponi, an internationally renowned researcher in the area of calcium channels and their role in pain, and Dr. Jaylene Mannerfeld, an obstetrician gynecologist who is called to service in rural and remote areas. I hope you enjoy meeting them.
It's my pleasure to be speaking about Suzette as the Educator of Distinction for the University of Calgary. Suzette created the first simulation program for staff pediatricians in all of North America about 15 years ago. And this innovative and very successful program has been emulated by other hospital pediatric systems, both in Canada and the United States. Suzette created our hospital pediatric fellowship program about 3 years ago at the ACH. And this program is innovative and very appropriate for our service and has been contributing excellent fellows since its initiation. Along with myself and two other colleagues, Suzette led the creation and implementation and most importantly, evaluation of CATCH rounds, case analysis and translation for care in hospital. This is a redevelopment of morbidity and mortality rounds that allows us to create recommendations for system improvement. These rounds are in publication currently to enable us to spread the word about this great program for hospital improvement.
Oh, it's a huge honor to be receiving this award. I'm very grateful. It's also very special to be recognized by your colleagues who have been journeying together with you. They have witnessed the dreams and the trials and the tribulations, and really they've been alongside to be a part of it and to contribute to the whole endeavor. So in my view, it's an opportunity for us to celebrate together. So medical education is a very special place to be. It's been very fulfilling to be involved with the current generation of trainees, medical students, residents, fellows, and just being in a position to help teach, coach, and mentor them. They bring their own gifts, and together you try to help them create those competencies that are going to be needed. The other thing that's just been fantastic is the chance to be able to develop innovative curricula and programs that not only meet the needs for patients and families, but really help train that next generation of physicians. Well, these awards really help to recognize the valuable work that are being done in different fields. And the second thing is that it also acknowledges the incredible support from the University of Calgary and the Cummings School of Medicine.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Gerald Zamponi as a winner of the Alumni of Distinction Award. I first met Gerald when he was my department head in the Department of Physiology and Pharmacology at the U of C. Gerald is a most deserving recipient of this award through the fantastic advances he made in science. He studies voltage-gated calcium channels and is working to develop drugs to interact with these channels to treat a number of neurological disorders. As a scientist, Gerald is very accomplished. He's published over 250 papers in the top journals in the world, including Nature, Nature Neuroscience, PNAS, and others. His work has been cited over 21,000 times, which is a fantastic indicator of the impact that he has had. He is bringing his ideas to market through the co-founding of 2 biotech companies, which is really going to help develop new compounds to help patients with these disorders. Gerald has a fantastic reputation internationally as a scientist. I have a quote here from one of his colleagues in the US. Dr. Zamponi is a gifted scientist, a principled competitor, and a favored collaborator. Another colleague of his in the US calls him one of the top 2 to 3 influential people in this field. Gerald is a person that I admire and respect, and one that I think is very deserving of this honor.
Well, first of all, I want to express my gratitude to the nominators and to the committee that selected me. It is very nice to be recognized by one's own institution, but I just want to make sure that I pass the credit on to the people that actually made all of this possible. You know, in the last 24 years since I've been here on staff, the work that we've done has only been made possible by a talented team of highly dedicated individuals, graduate students, postdoctoral fellows, research associates, collaborators across the world that have really collectively worked together to accomplish a lot of really interesting things. And so the award is really a reflection on that collaborative effort by many, many people without whom this would not have been possible. It's really been all-consuming, but incredibly rewarding. Every day is different. Every day you discover something new. Every day you get to work with fantastic individuals, great team members, to really push the science that interests you forward to the next level. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. Yeah, it's very nice to be recognized by one's own institution for the work that one's put in. I think most of the time as scientists, we get rejected. We get rejected when we write papers, when we apply for grants. And so recognition, particularly for one's own institution, is particularly gratifying. And I think it opens the door for leveraging that into other awards in the future.
I am really delighted that Jaylene Matterfeld has won this award because she is so deserving. Now, Jaylene and I go back quite a long ways. I met her in 1983 when she was a TA, a teacher's assistant in biochemistry. I think I was in my 3rd year, and I was in that class with Dr. David Patton, who's a peds cardiologist now. And I remember her clear as a bell. She had this amazing smile, this fabulous laugh, and she was so full of energy and bubbly. And over the years, she's popped up in my life in many other different ways. She did family medicine. She did adolescent gynae out of Toronto. She did NICU where I saw her. And then I saw her in my grocery store at Sunterra, and I also see her all over Facebook. What I really admire about Jaylene is the fact that she is such a chameleon. When she sets her mind to it, she can do anything. And that in itself is what makes her someone to be admired and to emulate. And I also want to say thank you to her family. Thank you to her husband and her children for allowing Jaylene to be Jaylene. Here's what you may not know about her. She takes her birthday off every single year and she goes for lunch. And I was a lucky soul who got invited to lunch one year, and she told me that I should do that for myself. And Jaylene, I'm sorry, I'm not very good. I didn't do that, but I still should. So I'm really glad you take care of you. And bottom line, Jaylene does deserve this award. She has been of service to so many souls all across the world, whether they're our patients or her colleagues or people that she mentors like me. So Jaylene, you're a superstar, and I'm really, really glad that this award was given to you.
It has been an incredible honor. I'm humbled to stand with other award recipients because it means that the work that I've done has meant something to my colleagues and to the community at the university. What is fulfilling is the ability to work with so many different people, both here in Canada and abroad. The ability to work in different communities, to see how healthcare is delivered, and then have a small part in helping them provide better care to their communities. The other thing is the ability to work with students and residents in various locations, whether it be here or in taking students to Uganda. For them, these are life-changing moments, and moments that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Awards like this are important because the alumni become the ambassadors of the University of Calgary. And we carry the message worldwide as to what the University of Calgary is, what the Cummings School of Medicine is, and our influence around the world. It's important to recognize the work that continues to be done long after we graduate from the university.